not sure if you can tell, but it's raining outside. Looks like it's an all-day rain. Let's hope not, because I want to go outside and read. Well, as you can see, I can't be outside because it's raining. Although yesterday, I don't know if you noticed at the end of the clip, I put a picture of my perfect day because it started thundering and lightning, and I had to come in, and I had to turn the lights on, and it was only like 4:30. So we had storms off and on between 4 o'clock and probably about 10 o'clock. So then I thought, oh, okay, to get all the rain done, we can do it today. It'll be all nice today, and I can go outside. No, raining. Although I don't think it's supposed to be an all-day rain. I think it's supposed to be till like 1 or 2 o'clock. So since I'll be in the house anyway, I'm going to watch YouTube videos. Usually what I do in the summer is I watch them on my iPad outside. And then I can comment too. But when I watch it on the TV, I got to remember to go back on my phone. A lot of times I'll watch videos, but then I forget to go back and look. Or not look, but go back and make a comment. But I do watch. They should figure out a way you can do it on the TV. It's a smart TV, so why can't it be smart enough to let you make a comment? I have a keyboard. It's connected to the TV, so I don't understand that. So I'm going to watch some YouTube videos. I'm going to read my book. Hopefully I can get outside later on to read my book. And then, the case of the missing. Oh, we have no birthdays. We didn't have any anniversaries. Nobody let me know today. So today was just like a pause day. No singing. I shouldn't say that because I might break out into song. We never know, because sometimes I break out into song. But I did look, I was like exasperated about that pillowcase yesterday. It was, especially since I had to be in with the rain anyhow. So I looked behind the washing machine and it wasn't there. And I looked between, there's not enough room between because it's a very tight fit in my laundry room. My dryer butts up against to the wall, butts up against to the washer, which butts up against to the laundry tub. So we don't have room to spare. So there's no way I could have went behind it. But I looked behind my dryer, and there is something back there, but it wasn't my pillowcase. It was a shirt. Somehow one of my shirts had fallen back there, probably when I was folding them and drying them. So we got the shirt out of there. So I thought, oh my gosh, where else could it be? So then I thought, well, maybe when Jim was getting dressed in the morning, that he, when he was throwing his dirty clothes away from yesterday, he does it in the following day rather than, I would just, when I take them off, I put them right into the hamper. It's right in the closet. But for some reason, he puts it on my dresser, and then in the morning goes and puts it in the hamper. So I thought, well, maybe somehow the pillowcase got messed up with his dirty clothes from the day before. So I went and looked in the hamper. No, it wasn't there. So then I thought, well, maybe it's under the bed. So I looked under the bed. It wasn't there. I thought, where could it be? And I thought, well, I even looked in the trash, thinking, I don't know why it would have been thrown away, but just on the off shot, I looked in the trash. It wasn't there. So then I went to the four corners of the bed to check the pockets again. It wasn't there. I checked the Jim's pillowcase to see if maybe I stuffed it into his pillow for some reason. It wasn't there. Couldn't find it anywhere. I was just exasperated, and I'm thinking, well, it made off of one of the socks. It found a way out through the dryer vent or something. I don't know. It was just exasperating. So then last night Jim went to bed, and then he comes to get me. And he said, no, I need to show you something. And I go, what? And he brings me into the bedroom. And on his side of the bed, under the sheet, laying completely flat, like it was part of the mattress, was the pillowcase. Okay, I am a big conspiracy person. I think that Jim had found it somewhere else and put it there. I know, isn't that mean to think that? I'm quite sure that's what happened. We need a new mattress, but we've spent too much money lately, and we have our mattress is old. It really is old, but it kind of has like a little bit of a bump in the middle, and which kind of divides our two halves of the bed. Like I stay on my half, and he stays on his half. And we got this. I don't know why. I think it's just because we've never slept right directly in the middle of the bed, so with our weight, with the mattresses and stuff, our plan is to get a new mattress sometime in the fall. We probably will wait till President's Day when all the mattresses are on sale, because our own little grooves where we sleep are perfectly fine. They're not uncomfortable or anything. And I did see the lump in the middle, and I did check from my side of the bed, the lump in the middle, because I'm thinking, there's the pillowcase. I just didn't go far enough on the other side, because I really know it was probably got caught up with the static, because I don't use dryer sheets and stuff like that. I just think it's litter in your dryer. And it's just, kind of trying to recycle on as much as I can. So I thought, no. So the case has been solved, the missing pillowcase. And so last night I put it on my pillow so both pillowcases match. So the whole sheet, beds, and everything match. But I was exasperated. Let me tell you, I couldn't figure out where the heck it could have went. I looked everywhere. So that's the way it goes. Friday, I'm going to end up bringing Mary to the I think I told you that yesterday, to the dentist because we couldn't get the transport to take her. So I'm going to do that. And then today I'm just going to stay in, like I said, and then I'm going to read. Hopefully I can get outside to read, but I'm going to at least read in the house. Jim has no plans to go anywhere. So we're just going to be kind of homebound today, which is unusual because usually the last couple days we've been going somewhere. We've been on the go. We've been on the move. But no, not so much today. But I kind of bummed because there's so much rain because Sebastian and Oliver are with Shannon up north camping. And it's rained every day they've been up there. I mean, kids don't care. But I think they're in a tent, which is even worse. We were in a tent one time. And you never touched, I don't know if you can, I don't know how the tents are made now, but when my kids were little, if you touched the side of the tent, wherever you touched, the water would drip in. And try to tell a kid not to touch the tent. They always touched the tent. One time we were camping, and that's when I was really diligent on my diet. I've always been on a diet. My whole life I've been on a diet. But we were at a campground, we were camping with Jim's parents, and his mom was mad at me that summer for some reason. I don't know why. Well, she was mad because Jim's mother she'd buy like a little bottle of like Aunt Jemima, and then she'd fill it up with the cheapest syrup you can buy. And this particular day, she was mad at me because I was always reading and not talking, because she was beautiful seamstress, beautiful crocheter. She didn't knit so much, but she crocheted a lot. And she was always crocheting something. And you can talk and crochet. You can't talk and read. So she was kind of mad at me because for the couple days I was there, I was reading because I've always been an avid reader. And that every day I would walk around the campgrounds because I wouldn't eat breakfast. And so Jim would eat breakfast with the kids, with his mom and dad. And then I would just go for my walk, and then I'd wave to them as I walked by. I think if it was like 6 times around was a mile. So I was like walking 2 miles a day. So I was going by 12 times, and I'd wave every time I walked by. But anyway, she had made pancakes that morning, and my kids weren't having anything to do with the syrup. Because when we first got married, I thought, because I was always used to Jim's, when you opened up any cupboards or refrigerator or anything in there, it was never a name brand. Jim never had a name brand. It was always a store brand. And nowadays I think store brands sometimes are just as good as a name brand. But back then, when I was growing up, there was a definite difference between a name brand and a store brand. You could taste the difference. Not so much nowadays. A little bit, but not so much. But back then, trust me, even a kid could tell the difference. So anyway, she made pancakes, and not one of my 3 kids would put anything on it. And they didn't even put butter on it because she didn't use butter, and she didn't use margarine. She used oleo, which was even greasier. We always used butter. That's why we're always so big, I guess. But we always use butter. And so at that particular time, I was just finishing my walk and coming back to the campground, and she was mad at my kids because they weren't putting anything on their pancakes. They were just eating their pancakes. And she kept saying, well, at least put butter on it. And Jimmy says, I don't like butter on my pancakes. And so she says, well, then put some syrup on it. And then Danny said, we don't like your syrup. And she says, what do you mean don't like my syrup? It's Aunt Jemima. And he looked at her very serious because he was like 7, maybe 8. And he says, they called her Grandma Mambo because Jim always called his mom Mambo. So she was Grandma Mambo, and Jim's dad was Buddy because he always told the kids when they were little, hey, Buddy. And so when they learned how to talk, they just go, hey, Buddy, back. So he was always Buddy. So anyway, she says, Grandma Mambo, just because it's in an Aunt Jemima bottle doesn't mean it's Aunt Jemima. Even I know that's not Aunt Jemima syrup. And she went into a rage. She was really pissed. And I was just coming back to the campground, and then somehow I got involved in this fight because I had spoiled kids who only could have the best in life. And, and I never talk, and I don't have breakfast with them, and I go for a walk. And then when I'm sitting down in the chair with her, I don't talk to her. I'm only reading, la, 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 la. She was just going on and on. And Jim got so mad, and he went and he took all the steaks out of the tent, because we had a van at that point. He took the steaks out of the tent, folded the tent over, and put the tent with all the sleeping bags and everything inside the tent. I don't know how he even did it. And he shoved it into the back of the van and told us to get in the van, and we drove home. He was so mad at his mom. It was like, oh my gosh. And all the way home, I'm going, what happened? What happened? She says, no, I was just tired of it. And I said, well, are you going to blame this on me? And he says, no, it was my mom. He says, she was on me about some stuff too, which he never told me what it was, but he was on her too. And he says, and I just didn't want to deal with her the rest of the week. We'll figure out something else to do. The kids were kind of glad, because I love Jim's mom. I really did. She was a good mother-in-law. She really, really was, but she was not a good cook. And my kids never liked eating there. And she always is insisting. And she was always like bargain hunting. And because when we were first married, I was buying some store brand stuff, and Jim says, I had to go live my whole life like that. I don't want to see any store brand products in the house. I want to pay for name brand. So I guess we were spoiled. But she came back from the thing, and we went somewhere with her, and it was all forgotten. It was never brought up again. And we did camp with her again in the future, camp with her a lot. But that particular summer, I don't know what was going on. Maybe she was going through her change of life or something at that point. I don't remember. I'm trying to think how old she would have been. Yeah, she would have been in her 50s at that point. Yeah, so she probably was just going through her change. At the time, I never really thought about it, because I was moody when I was going through my change. You can't help it. All your hormones are all going crazy and everything. It's awful. It's just awful. But, yeah, so let's hope it stops raining and I can get outside and enjoy my summer, because it's ticking away. Today's the 24th. It's like, oh my gosh, the summer is going by so fast. As I'm getting older, everything goes by fast. So you can't change it. Like they say in baseball, the only thing you can't outrun is Father Time. I'm trying my best. I'm trying as hard as I can, but anyway. But the case of the missing pillowcase has been solved, and so we can rest assured with that. So let's talk again tomorrow. See you then.